Okay, I think we're gonna skip the countdown because I am ready to go. So we're just gonna kill that and boop, and we should be, yeah. Oh, whoop! I'm all on the way here. Hold on. Just a moment. Okay, that should be better. Too big though. Hey, let me zoom out here just a smidge. Yeah, that's better. I have been working on some things for the game. I, among other things, reworked the entire input system to use the new enhanced input mapping because there was something I was trying to do that seemed like it was really only going to be possible with that. So I went ahead and replaced all of the existing inputs with enhanced inputs, and those pretty much work. There's a couple that I haven't changed over yet, and there's also a couple that were never fully implemented to begin with. But as far as the basic stuff, the stuff we're using and testing right now, it's all there, including the debug shortcuts. I don't know why it's being kind of laggy, but it is being a little laggy. I've also been overhauling the weapon pickup system, or just in general item pickup, but then extending it into weapons. We do now have, at least, because before, during the last stream, when I would say fire, the ammo gets consumed in the lower corner there, but it doesn't, it was not getting consumed from the inventory. In this case, it is. It gets removed from the inventory. I still have a little bit of problem because it seems to assign the clip size, which the max clip size is meant to be 12 in this case. It seems to assign that as like total available ammo for some reason. I gotta figure out where I've screwed that up. And so then it provides an additional 12 rounds despite there being no ammo in the inventory. Again, nothing's actually firing, so it really truly is doing nothing. But it at least has that. I've got this modular system set up for the pickups now. Comes in a few different pieces, basically. And then for just pickupable items in general, that then gets extended into weapons. Do have to figure out the whole solution regarding that. Because it should only be calculating the ammo that's like that 12 that we're seeing should be calculated up as the ammo for how much is left in the player's inventory. So I gotta figure out where that's coming in at. There's a few different places where 12 has been defined, which is part of the problem. I mean, here it is for ammo 12. I'm just gonna say 0. I want to see what that comes up as. I think that's the item class, though, is the thing. Actually, let's say 4. I just want to see what... Is that defining anything? Because that's not the item... Ammo to pick up, which is further down, is what I'm using to define what you collect. Yeah, so seemingly that's not even used, which is fine. Because it's pulling information from the database. Like most of its information that it cares about is located in the weapons table. Which is this guy. So ammo clip max, we'll say it's set to 17, which I don't want. I do want it to be 12 as the max. 340 seems like a large stack of ammo, but that should be fine. Yeah, it should be relying on this. Yeah, I don't have anything defined for that. We have an ad break. All right. Did I have anything defined? No. I don't have any of those sounds put in yet, so... Okay. We are back from the ad break. So now what I want to do is see about Well, we made that little change. So before we were getting 12 is our magic number. Why is 12 the magic number? 17 was defined in the... 17 was defined in the database. Why 12? Okay. What we need it to do is search through the inventory and find all of the relevant ammo class and total it up to show how much is available to reload into. The weird thing is, I'm not sure where this 12 is coming from. It would be nice if I could track it in some way. And there are watch values, but they don't really track in the same way, is what I'm thinking. Like, I can come in here and do... I'll have to do this off screen, but I can mark these as being tracked. And basically what I'm doing, I have to have this over on the screen to actually do this. I'm watching these values. I've selected the object in the world that's an instance of this, and I'm watching these values, and I want to see when they change. When does the 12 come in? And to do that, I'm going to toggle a breakpoint right here. And what that's going to do is, as we execute our code, like as the game does things, it's going to eventually, because of some action that I take, it's going to trigger that particular function that I've tagged, or that node, because you could tag a lot of different things. So in this case, we just tagged it. I'm gonna bring this over here now. And we can now skip through this kind of one at a time. We can keep watching these values for when they change. We're still at 0. This has most likely, jumped us over to another method. But we're still watching because it goes through this stuff multiple times, which is fine. Okay, it's actually over there now. Set clip ammo. I'll bring it back onto the screen once I've... Okay. We just got this here. Watching integer ammo. Ammo clip is at 12. Now, why? Why is ammo clip at 12? What set ammo clip at 12? So we want to try to find that out. We can assume that it's this guy. Oops. Yep, 12. Okay. So it came through here. It's getting ammo clip max. Okay, let's proceed through the code. It takes 12. Ammo max. Current ammo is 6. Okay, so here's the interesting thing. Set clip ammo to max clip ammo. So it's here that we're running into our issue. And then current. So these seem like they might be wrong, is basically the gist of it. Because clip should be getting assigned so the clip should be getting assigned to right? Yeah, because current is available ammo and ammo's max clip. So clip current clip current and clip and current. So all of that part is correct. The issue then maybe here. According to this, we're passing clip and current. We can remove this breakpoint. I want to find all of these references. Give that a minute. got this, so HUD screen is what we're looking at. This is the one we're already in. HUD interface is where we're passing this to. It's probably selected behind this. Yeah. So what we need to do now is find references using the interface, because of the way references work, we don't know what all, like, well, we will know once we look it up, but different objects can be inheriting an interface and may or may not be using this particular function. So we want to find specifically the ones using the function. There's probably a wire crossed somewhere, would be my guess. Because at a minimum, it seems like it's confused as to what it should be calculating. Okay, we've got our results here pretty much. And it's still showing us basically the same thing. So instead, let's do this. Let's just look at the reference viewer. Okay, so our weapon player component and the HUD game. I can pretty much confidently say that neither of these are the factor, and we know what's in here. So it's most likely in our weapon player component. Yeah. Clip current, ammo current. I clearly did some incorrect naming schemes. I think is our problem here. So what variables did I have available? Those were the variables. So honestly, that could be right, as long as I used them correctly. I didn't want to actually trigger those. That was me accidentally overriding something by doing that. I don't want to do that. Okay, let's find out if this is in here. Let's say update ammo. It is in a few places, actually. Clip current. Okay, so this is where that's being called. Meaning somewhere in here is the culprit, probably. Let me pull this over here. Let me start a playthrough here. Alright, I'm watching it over on the other screen, so let's... grab it. 6 and 12. Okay, so the good news is if I hit reload, it'll reload up to the max of 12. So that part seems like that works. And it did load 6 and 12 in here, which means what we actually probably need to make sure we're doing is that this guy is loaded in from the type of weapon ammo that you're dealing with. And in this case, let's see. Yeah, it's from this guy. Can we find if that's being called anywhere else? I mean, I know that it is, but like... It's almost done searching. Okay, so let's see. could be from here, if I'm honest. This was... Let me find it over here. Okay, let's try this. Inventory component. Get items of class. And then we need the ammo class. Now, the question is, will it count them in stacks? What kind of items? Item swaps. Calculate item amount. We could... I'm honestly not sure if this will work. I can try, let me try something. Let's try placing blueprints. Where did I store that? Under actors? Yeah, placeables. I'm just going to do this as a world item. I don't have anything set aside for ammo as a unique item just yet. Pistol ammo. Let's just say 50. Probably just do that. We'll see if this is going to work or not. I literally have not done ammo pickups as a test yet. So... Okay, well, I will say it acknowledges that there's 0 and there's nothing I can do to like reload or anything. Pistol ammo times 50. Okay. Oh, okay. It doesn't immediately get it, but it kind of works. I don't know if we're actively consuming the ammo. We are not. Okay, so... yeah. But, I mean, that's kind of what we wanted. It is pulling in the correct amount until we start using it. There's not the immediate refresh for this, so... Okay. Did I... Somehow I picked them both up at the same time, which I guess is fine, but was not at all what I was trying to do. And that did result, actually, in it showing the calculation correctly. So that's interesting. What if I move your interaction over here where I have to like walk over to you? Yeah, so it also does not reload yet because it doesn't yet know. So the reload function is currently relying on that counter, which is not correct because it doesn't know. Now, if I swap weapons, it knows. And then it can reload. So that's good. Okay. Interesting. So that kind of works. We do need maybe every time I wonder if I should... I'm gonna bring this over here. I wonder if I should update... these every tick. Not what I wanted. That might be enough, though. It does probably need to refresh these when that happens. Maybe I don't know if this will work. Ah, jeez. So let's do this. Is valid. If true, and we're also going to confirm that our inventory component is valid. And if that's valid, get item, number of items. Boop. Alright, we're about to have another ad break. that still keeps that equipped, which I don't like, but the inventory component's not valid. That's why that's not working. Alright, take a break for ads. Alright, we are back from ads. As soon as the ad screen goes away. Give me a moment. Just gotta send a little reply here. That should work. Okay, so this guy is not valid. that's causing an issue. Our player controller. We may as well get component. If I can do get inventory component. Nope. But if we do this, and then where inventory component reference where you inventory component reference. Oh, wait. That's not going to be on the controller. That's going to be on the character. But even still, let's do set inventory component reference. Enter. Okay, cast to OMP inventory component. Yeah. There we go. Nope. It lied. And if the cast fails, we still want it to proceed, so we'll do that. Because it just won't work. But we don't want it to error out, so set that. Okay, let me pull this over here where I can check it as a reference. Inventory component reference is still coming out as if it's invalid, which is interesting. Watch value. Hmm. Okay. I'm gonna try something slightly different. Okay, let me try this now. Okay, it's still reading as invalid. Why? It would appear that this function is responsible for the inventory component being invalid. Just do it like this. Because that means we already know that we know what it is. It's totally possible that thing's failing. Okay, now is it going to be valid? Weirdly enough, not. It's set everywhere else, but for some reason, it is not set here. Okay. Well then, let's do this. Let's copy that. I'm just going to bring these in. Okay. God, wait. Fucked it up. I'm gonna need to have that there as well. Okay, so now this is here. Now if I pick up the ammo, it immediately updates. That's good. Okay, now the thing about it is, the reload's going to work because we're not actually consuming ammo from in here, so we need to make sure that we do that. But it should be constantly updating. The question is... reload's probably handled here. I'll see if I can type. Seems like maybe not. In here. This would have been the base component. Interaction component, interaction component. Clear input graph. Reload. Okay, so it's going to do the run the reload on the weapon player component. DPI reload weapon. Now I'm noting that that interface doesn't appear to be implemented. That's interesting. Okay, that's not there either. It's in the base component. And let's see. Don't have anything in there. Character info interface. Okay, let's see if we can find should actually be getting implemented and make sure that it's implemented correctly. Okay, so this should be in character master, which we do have. Get reload info. It's almost midday where you are. Well, it is almost about 8:30 at night where I am. You woke up really late. Not feeling amazing while you're still in bed. Well, you know, if you're not feeling great, that's a good reason to stay in bed. As far as HAL development goes, I am currently chasing a problem that I caused for myself, which is often how these things go. It's got to be in here somewhere that we're not doing this correctly. Because we seem to be able to reload, but we're not. Oh, we're not consuming ammo from the actual inventory automatically. That's probably why. Because ammo current would need to... Yeah, we're not reducing ammo current at any point. That seems to be the problem here. Okay, well. But to show you what we're doing, let's do a little play here. So we've got a basic system going for our inventory. We can pick up a weapon and equip it. We can shift it around. The UI on the right corner there is not updating when we put the weapon away, but that's fine. We can pick up ammo. It automatically knows how much additional ammo we have in here. We can. One of the things I'm working on is reloading. There's no animation for it yet. Unfortunately, what I'm trying to fix right now is the fact that the actual status in the inventory doesn't change. Just the main UI. And so like I'm firing, but while I'm consuming ammo out here, it does actually consume ammo from this clip, but not from these guys. So I got to get it to actually consume the ammo that's in the inventory when it's doing that. So this is probably fine. The ammo current. But we need it to reduce ammo current. Add current ammo to current clip ammo if missing ammo is greater or equal to current ammo. Math. So in either case, we need to find the difference. Let's promote this. Nope. Promote this to a local variable. This will be our clip previous value. And then it's going to go through. If it can't reload, it turns that. Now, this is not a thing we want, really, because it's just maxing it out in that case. And we still need to actually care about the difference. Which, in this case, should be this guy. we can do, let's see. Add current ammo to clip ammo if missing ammo is greater than or equal to current ammo. So how much is missing? In that case, we need call this ammo to consume. Let's see. We need to probably do this as a function, I assume. If we do reduce ammo stats, and we can set an integer. Consumed. We'll go ahead and put item as well as, actually we don't even really need to do that because we can do ammo class in here. Oop, got an ad break. We are back. Let's do a couple things here. We need to get ammo class. But also, is there a... Does this have a... No, it does not. Okay, we do this. We're checking that it is not using ammo. Therefore, we want to make sure that it is using ammo. I know it's really not the best, but we'll take this. And we need to find out. Let's see. Inventory component reference. Can we just... let's see. Get... How did we pull this one? This will work. Okay, so we can do that, and then consumed. I'm gonna check, is this greater than? If it's greater than, we can't subtract it, and we can put an error handling for that later. But otherwise, we need to reduce this. So I think I could do the remove item of class is what I want. Alright, so it's not greater. It can remove. Otherwise, we could do this. And we can have it remove all of them in that case. And then lastly, we should be able to I guess it would be an add ammo. It's technically a pickup interface, but I think this will work. Should probably be it like that. So then oh, thank you for the follow. I recognize that username from Twitter. I think I've just broken this, but we shall see. Robot game dev, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Let me see if this works or not, because I think I might have just broken something. Or made it drastically worse at a bare minimum. Okay, let's see. Does this work? Pick up that. We pick up that. If we reload, it doesn't do anything now. Okay, cool. Oh, okay. It did something that time. But it still did not consume the ammo. So that's... it didn't use it. Is this part still working? If I fire the ammo... Yeah, okay. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Yes, hello Nippy, how are you? I'm gonna drink some water. Finished work a few hours ago playing with the new emote lab tool. I saw that. I saw the emote lab tool on like Twitter. I saw ads. I guess they were ads. I saw posts about it. I thought about it, but I don't think my art style fits what it's probably designed for. Really cool, although not many options for robot stuff. Then again, like none of my emotes are based on my VTuber because my VTuber is very new. I'm not always a VTuber. The VTuber I only started using maybe the past week. But he has a very specific kind of art style and design that very likely does not fit with anything they would have. So I don't have any emotes based around him presently. I can do this stuff though. I can have a low battery. I can have an error symbol. Question mark. A heart. This pops up for like donations and like bits and subs and raids. Have an annoyed face. And then kind of a little happy grin. That's really all he does at the moment. And do I do IRL streaming too? Yeah, so I started off streaming as, with a face cam, and I have every intention to still do that sometimes. I kind of started content creation before VTubing was a thing, but then I took like a really long hiatus, like 8 years, to do some schooling and stuff. So by the time I got back into it, VTubing had become a thing, but I couldn't decide if I actually wanted to try to get into that, and my face was already on the internet, so it was either create like an entirely new anonymous persona or just deal with the fact that I was already, I guess, what do they call it, a flesh tuber? That sounds horrendous, but yeah. So I just stuck with what I was doing. But this robot design was commissioned for an old game project like a decade ago that I never finished. and it's just been gathering dust on my server for like a decade. And I got thinking about it, and I paid a friend of mine to work on it and create the live 2D model. So this is just the first iteration of it, as it were, just to kind of see how it worked and if it worked out for me and how well received it would be, or any of that stuff. But he was designed... Hang on a second. Can I do this without, like... Let's see. I'm trying to find where I had some images saved of the character. Just a moment. Yeah. So he was designed like this. This was his turnaround design. Build a 3D model. I was going to build a 3D model for him. The idea was that he could turn into a backpack that the player character in that game would wear. It was very much Clank from Ratchet and Clank. And we had this drawing of him too. He has a... I don't have a battle mode on the VTuber, but he has a little battle mode that he could go into. And in fact, his color scheme... Oh. This was the protagonist for that game. This was going to be like his... the player character that he rode around with. So that was... And... this was actually his original color scheme. So when we had it turned into a VTuber, I had the color scheme altered to fit my existing branding, which is a lot of reds and blacks. That's... Yeah, we do a lot of game dev stuff here. In fact, let's see here. Done some 3D modeling in the past. Got concept art for our player character. I didn't draw this. This is a commission. So we do 3D modeling and a bunch of other stuff on the stream. And then I do games on Fridays usually. I'm actually not usually live on Monday nights. I kind of just decided to since I've been snowed in. to do things a little off schedule. I actually wanted to do the VTuber 3D because I have 3D modeling experience, and I actually have part of a 3D model for this character made from before, but it did not go that way because I was unsure how to do the rigging, and I don't think I have the equipment for like really good motion tracking for 3D. Such a snowed in. We get a lot of snow here. So, shockingly close by, if you are in Tennessee. I am from North Carolina. My relative location is somewhat public knowledge. I'm from the Charlotte area of North Carolina. Memphis. I know where Memphis is. I can't say that I've ever been there. I might have once. I don't think so. Yeah, that's bad. Well, the Charlotte area was not as bad as it could have been. But it was definitely bad enough to shut us down. Bass Pro Shop pyramid? I don't even know what a what do you mean pyramid? Why is it a pyramid? Is it a Bass Pro Shop in the shape of a pyramid? Literally a giant pyramid turned into a Bass Pro Shop. What is this? Okay, hang on. Hang on. Pyramid Hotel. Okay. What is this? Why is this a thing? Why is this a thing? Gracious. A luxury hotel, you can stay at the top. Oh my goodness. I was not aware of the Bass Pro Shop pyramid. Okay, let's see. So, we need to figure out why. Let's see, because it like delayed when I tried to reload before. Did I actually break something with that, or? Right, I can't reload now. Cool. Pick up ammo, yeah. Reload. Okay, there's just a lag spike is what it is. For some reason. But I'm not sure. Use. Okay, that's not right. Combine. Okay, so it doesn't work with that. But also, it doesn't fill up the ammo of this guy either. Nope. Nope. Oh no, we're breaking things. Oh, it's all terrible. Okay. So the actual inventory items are not getting adjusted. Let's just drop this down to 16 for now. At least that's a more manageable number. Oh, why? Subtract ammo from clip. Set clip ammo. Ammo clip current amount minus. Would you not then also subtract? Wouldn't you do that? Feels like you would do that. Okay. Use. Still just using the one there. And combining with the gun doesn't work because that's for combining stacks. But that's not refilling the gun. Interesting. Subtract ammo from clip. Yeah, so that's firing projectile. Reload. Get reload info. The actual reload process seems fine. The issue seems to be it doesn't consume the ammo. So, if we could find a way to update that. That's item discarding. Camera inspecting it. Probably this guy. No, don't open up Visual Studio. No, I don't want to open up Visual Studio. No. I just triggered hell. Let's see. I didn't mean to pause that. Well, now I have to wait on this. I'm gonna have an ad break in about 1 minute and 30 seconds. I do pause for ads. That's my usual MO when possible. So I won't do anything during that time frame unless there's people not getting ads, and then I chat with them. If you'd like, after the ad break, Nippy, if you are still there, I can play some music from my game. I have a composer that made a song that's for the main menu of my game. I can play it after the ad break. Alright, that needs to go away. That would be cool? Okay. About 45 seconds for the ad break, till the ad break, and then I will do that, because it's about a 3-minute track. So I don't want to start playing it during the ad break. It is a fairly quiet track, just so you're aware. Alright, we should be getting an ad anytime now. Whenever Bezos decides it's time to run his ad. Come on, Bezos. There it goes. I just realized I was muted, so that I just started playing the track. Apologies. Okay. So that's just a rough draft. So that I'm going to turn the other music back on, so it's going to be a little louder if you cranked up your volume. This is your warning. That is just a rough draft of the main menu music. And that is credit to... No, I did not make it myself. That is actually credit to one Shining... Oh, if I can type her username correctly. So... nope, that's not it. That is not it. Nope, nope. No, that was the wrong person. Apologies. That's what? No. Hang on. How did I type that? Oh, wait. Hers has a dot in it, doesn't it? No? Starby, did you change your username? Or did I typo it wrong? Shining Starby. What? Did she change her username? What? Alright, I have several questions. Hold on. This is a problem. Really? Starby, why'd you do this to me? Okay, apparently that username is now StarbyVT. So apparently she added VT to her username. So that is another VTuber. And unlike her generally colorful and more upbeat theme to her character and her stream, she likes to make spooky, scary music. Yeah, so this is a horror game, and she is making the soundtrack to it. She has like a background in music production. What's funny is it didn't give her a proper shout out for that one. That's really weird. It doesn't show it as like a shout out. The bot did it, but it didn't do like an integrated shout out. That's really strange. I'm gonna have to fuss at Starby for changing her username on me without warning. Making me shout out someone random. How dare you change your username? I just shouted out someone random trying to credit you for the theme. And make sure I put some emojis so that she knows I am laughing internally about the situation. But yes, I did not make the music. I have no musical talent whatsoever. Okay, so we need... Yeah, we've got this stuff. Reload and reload. Oh yeah, there we go. That's what I was probably looking for. Okay, so... That means we probably can get... Where is it? Not in here. In here. No, it's gonna be... Where did I even make those changes? Yeah, here. So then the function I should be looking for is have ammo to reload. Oh, that's just gonna be a Boolean. That's not really. It's still a total here. Okay, so I need that's from the weapon component. Reload input, server reload. So goes to weapon-based component, which is BPI. Okay, fine. That's gonna go to BPI. Really? Should be up here, right? I did that in master, didn't I? API reload weapon. There it is. API reload weapon. Character reload weapon. Get reload info. Is on fire. Weapon state on. Yeah. get reload info. Is have ammo to reload. Okay, that should monitor that. I guess off of this guy. It's gonna be play reload animation, stop shooting. So I guess server reload. Okay. It's probably this guy. Let's see. All right. It's not out here yet. Is reload overwritable? Alright. I don't think this is gonna work, but let's try it. Okay. It didn't do anything. Alright, it's not doing anything, so I broke it. Cool. I'll have to track down that error. But it is getting close to 10 o'clock. Let's see. I will be live again tomorrow, kind of in the same time frame. That's my usual game dev stream time. Let's see who is live and what they're doing. Thank you for coming by. Like I said, I will be live. I'm usually live twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays for this kind of stuff. So you have a good night. Thanks for coming by. Let's see. We could... I guess we'll raid Stein. Looks like they're playing a game tonight. And I am gonna call it a night.